Hi, I'm Gordon here with Trucker Man. We're reacting to something?
Someone going to jail.
He's getting
Was
worse.
arrested again after allegedly.
Wait. Whatever this guy did, he's getting worse than Johnny Somali. What's going on? Is he another clown?
I don't know. I have not seen this video, so we'll find.
23 point. What's the .5? That's a thing?
Half a year, yeah.
Lovely.
Continuing to assault random people on the street for his pranks, which is an outcome usually left with his victims either covered in sludge, garbage, chicken eggs, or even body waste.
Okay, no. Totally deserved. Throw him in jail. 23 years, no trial. Get out of here.
Dungeon.
Go.
Dungeon, no trial.
Dungeon, no trial. Forever years, just stay there. Summon up the booty warriors and chat.
Yeah, it's safe to say that pranksters are down bad. Thankfully, those weren't as bad as the
body
original
waste
ones that we
too?
covered, because you might remember this guy from when I first covered him and his content back in early of 2024, as he made headlines after being arrested for throwing biohazard buckets at random subway passengers.
Yeah, no, that's terroristic at that point. That's not prank worthy. That's a terroristic thing.
In Belgium. However, since then, not only was he released on bail, but this absolute moron doubled down and decided to continue with his antics. So I guess there was no surprise here that he was arrested yet again.
Said Belgium.
Someone give him the death penalty.
It's Europe. They ain't going. The most you can get in Europe's 20 years.
Oh, booty warriors, fresh meat.
He's in Europe. There's plenty of booty wars in Europe.
So, this is Yannick, a Belgian TikToker and YouTuber and Instagram influencer who was recently arrested for several charges, including violation of bail, insulting state agents, behaving disorderly, possessing illegal weapons, assault and battery, damaging public property, and handing out substances that seem to be dangerous. And I guess for...
Why do they keep getting worse? This guy is 10 times worse than Johnny.
There's another Atozy video I got in here. I think it's about someone trying to go do this shit to the, the North Central Island, the people that are ice. We'll react to that one next.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
For whatever reason, this guy has built an entire online presence around assaulting strangers with buckets of the most disgusting sludges that you could ever imagine. Like mixing things like dog waste, paint, beer, and food scraps all in...
What is wrong with you? What kind of back room... Just words.
Yeah, words. That's
Chemical
one
meth
bucket.
lab.
His methods are always the same. He fills up a bucket with whatever repulsive mixture he can find near him, and I guess just throws it on someone random he finds on the subway. Then he...
If that was to happen to me, I would turn around and punch that guy square in the face. And keep punching him to the point of invincible levels of what he did to Conquest. Yeah, no. European booty wars, bring me that button. Come here, boy.
runs as fast as he can like the coward he is. And yes, he really calls these pranks. But I guess the only pranks that he has to worry about now are the ones that will be done to him in prison. And I don't know if this makes this worse or better, but this absolute moron just seems to be doing all of this for the sport of it, as most of his videos only get a couple thousand views, and from what I can tell...
we get more views than that.
Yay! Well, just being entertaining, I guess.
He doesn't even have ads running. So there's literally zero upside with him.
Hey, we have ads on our videos.
Oh, I got boobies.
I'm doing this. But back in January 2024, he was arrested and charged with assault and battery, plus property damage. And I mean, at that point, it would be safe to say that most people would maybe go, I don't know, maybe it's time to find another career path, especially considering that he wasn't making any money from this. Like, perhaps consider something that doesn't require you being a burden to society. But not Yannick. Since roughly 1 month after his arrest, this guy was back on this channel with a brand new series. And what is his brand new series? As you saw earlier, it was Throwing Eggs at Strangers Prank.
Oh, this guy's...
Oh, okay, so, okay. Who's the... Okay, that's the guy in the black over here, is that the a-hole?
This is the a-hole. This is the guy receiving the a-hole.
Car!
Yeah, I wouldn't say egging strangers is anything unique. I mean, come on. Wow. What an evolution, bud. From throwing dog waste to now chicken eggs at people. What
Well, at least he went to throwing something a little less chemical hazardy. But still, what fucking 5-year-old are you?
inspiring growth. I mean, this guy is so pathetic it's becoming depressing, but according to a spokesperson for the Brussels prosecutor's office, Yannick fully confessed to these incidents, stating that his videos were posted on social media with the aim of getting as many likes as possible. And there it is. It's all just for likes. It's not even for money. Because again, they aren't monetized. Dude is actively ruining his own life alongside of other people's days just for some basic attention on social media. Pathetic is an understatement. And playing the...
I wonder sometimes, how miserable are these people's lives that they feel that they need this to do something like this for attention?
Yeah. Oh, cute kitties. Yeah.
Yeah, you distract us from the horribleness.
clip without like hyper editing each egg throw. It's just so incredibly lame and dragged out, as the whole premise of this prank is throwing an egg at someone and then going, I don't know where the egg came from. That's crazy.
Wow, how original. I wonder how he came up with that idea.
Crazy, dude.
You know this in Europe, because if it was in the States, there would have been an ass whooping, depending on where you are.
I want to know how tired you have to be to fall asleep in public like that.
I don't know.
Un truc qui est tombé de là. Il y a eu une fuite là, il y a un truc qui est tombé.
What?
J'ai vu, oui, il y a un truc qui est tombé de là. Je sais pas si
What?
il y a eu, je sais pas c'est quoi.
What are they even speaking?
Belgium.
The victim's just so unamused as well. Dude was sleeping and he woke up with egg on him. He's like, okay, whatever, but now I have egg on me. This prankster is just a bottom feeder of society who will happily embarrass, humiliate, and burden random innocent strangers just for some attention on social media. But thankfully, the only real attention he received is by the government officials, but sadly, not before things got worse. Because on July 19th, 2024, this absolute moron decided to upload his 8th video in this dumping a bucket on strangers series. This time, he took his viewers on a delightful journey through the forest where he gathered supplies for his latest abomination. Here he mixed together various oils, beetroot juice, wood chunks, and some unidentified waste before dumping the entire mess on yet another unaware victim's head. And yes, this is while he's out on bail. This dude is working overtime to get...
He's already been sent to jail, being like, hey, you're doing this shit, you're going to jail. He's got bail, so he's like, oh, I'm gonna go back out on the streets and do some more of this stuff. Let's see if I can get myself into more trouble. What the hell?
No leniency from the judge. And understandably, fed up with all this nonsense, the Brussels Intercommunal Transport Company, they released a statement calling this behavior completely unacceptable. In quote, they said, "We really don't take this lightly. We immediately notified the police and instructed our lawyers to the latest incident of the public prosecutor's file on his previous offense." And this is where things start to catch up to Yannick, because authorities are no longer playing around with him. Because when the police searched him after his latest prank video, they found something that made his situation so much worse for him. A couple of tear gas canisters in his...
Was he going to tear gas someone? Oh, when I used to volunteer at a sheriff's department, I actually came across like tear gas that already exploded and the powder. That shit burns, man. I was coughing and hacking.
Just from that, just being around it?
Yeah.
Possession. I really hope that was not for a future video. If it was, thankfully they seized those. But according to the Brussels Times, a judge has now slapped him with quite the impressive list of charges: violation of bail, insulting state agents, behaving disorderly, possessing illegal weapons, assault and battery, damaging public property, and handing out dangerous substances. It's safe to say that's a lot of charges.
Yeah, I'm curious for a second, because I don't think you can own tear gas in the States. Look this up.
Okay. Looking up a doodle.
OWN.
Oh. How spell tear gas?
TEAR. Or TEAR. Yeah, there you go. And gas, GAS. Like
Generally, you can own tear gas for self-defense purposes in many locations. Specific regional. Huh. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I thought you couldn't own it at all, but apparently I'm wrong.
For some
Go
social
America.
media pranks. But to make things so much worse for the guy, under Article 401 in the Belgian Criminal Code, assault and battery with premeditation aggravating factors could lead to imprisonment ranging from 10 to 15 years. And this guy filmed himself dump a bucket of waste on people.
Yay! There's evidence of your stupidity.
I'm scared for the future.
7+
Yuppers.
times. Actually, 8 times with that most recent incident. And then you have dozens of egg videos. Pun not intended, but we're sending it. In addition to that, while the violation of bail sentence could be very depending on the circumstances, the illegal weapons charges alone can result in 1 to 5 years behind bars. Plus, fines ranging from $100 to $25,000. Then for insulting public officials, the penalty is 15 days to 6 months in prison, or a fine of up to $300. And the disorderly conduct may result in 3 years in imprisonment if the behavior happens repeatedly. And he definitely fits the bill for that. And he filmed himself do it multiple times and uploaded himself do it.
You know, Johnny's the most iconic one, but he's not the worst one. That's kind of sad, as they keep growing to be more and more stupid.
More retarded.
It's sad.
Doing that multiple times, all for some social media attention. So it's safe to say he's going to get some attention in prison. And since vandalism is also considered a misdemeanor in Belgium, it's usually punishable with only like $125 a fine or a prison sentence up to 7 days. So in total, and that's only if you count one of his bucket dumping videos, Yannick might be getting prison of up to 23.5 years. And again, that's only including one of his bucket dumping videos. He's done that 8.
Oh, if I ever encountered someone to do that to me, I would sue them immediately. I would sue him for everything he's not worth, and just so that he has time in prison. I don't care. Just no.
8 times.
What I'm worried is they're gonna start doing it in like anime conventions.
We've been safe so far. Do not jinx it. I've been concerned forever. I know furry conventions had terroristic stuff in the past. I'm concerned if anime conventions might get that bad. Okay,
So it's safe to say.
Sorry.
Pokemon tournaments too. Pokemon card game tournaments. I heard there was some shady stuff that happened there. I have yet to encounter an anime convention, but just given the scale of an anime convention, especially in certain places like the ones in California, the ones in Texas and stuff, it's scary to think that something like that can happen. So no, don't jinx it.
He's really not helping himself to get any leniency here. And you also have a very wide range of a potential sentence for that violation of bail and distributing dangerous substances. But currently he's being detained in Heron Prison in Brussels. And on March 21st, it was decided that his case would proceed to the criminal court. The trial date has not been announced yet, but one thing is for sure, that his days of freely dumping sludge on random subway passengers, they're probably over. So I mean, the dude really threw his life away because he wanted to dump sludge on strangers for social media attention. It's actually so funny how pathetic some people can be. And I mean, imagine just being one of those victims. You're just trying to get home from work or school. Maybe you've already had a rough day and then suddenly you get a bucket of dog waste dumped all over you. Come on. Then of course that...
Yeah, quick tangent. I'm not sure if I told the story before. One day when I was at school, minding my own business, I was just sitting down in the halls waiting for class to start. This guy with, I guess, a girlfriend of his or whatever, they just both walked by. The guy decided to stop and go over to me and fart at me. And the moment he did that, I reached up, I grabbed his leg, and I scratched his leg. And then later on, I ran into him and I said, "Don't fuck with me," with the most angry, poisonous, just rage that I could muster. And I never saw that guy again, so yay.
Video was filmed without your consent for thousands of people to watch. I mean, the sheer narcissism you have to do that to someone is outrageous. The best thing that we can actually hope for cases like this is there's actually real-world consequences for treating other people as props to your quest to internet fame. But I guess this is what happens when you base your entire self-worth on social media validation. You just start doing dumber and dumber stuff for that basic attention on social media. It's so depressing to see. But in the meantime, Yannick remains in detention, awaiting his trial. The question is now whether the Belgian justice system will actually make an example out of him to discourage others from following his footsteps, or not. But if you're in Brussels, you can at least ride the subway again without the fear of being doused in dog waste.
Yay!
For now, at least. That's one
Until
step
the next
forward.
asshole appears.
Hopefully next, they actually throw him under the prison. But other than that, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll...
Hi.
Well, that
Well,
was...
guys, this video. Thank you for joining. Bye.